Good evening and welcome to Phoenix 14 News' special coverage of the SGA speeches and debates live from our studios. I'm Sophie Nielsen-Colding.
And I'm Monica Yantosh. The speeches will start in Studio B in about 10 minutes, but before that, here's a schedule for tonight's events. First, we're going to go to David Hodges, who joins us live from the speeches with information about the SGA budget.
After that, we'll hear about the positions within SGA and who's running. We'll also hear from senior SGA members about their time in SGA and what they hope to see from our student government after they graduate.
The speeches will start at about 7:30, and we'll hear from 8 candidates who are running for positions within their class. Then we'll hear the speeches from candidates for the executive branch.
After the speeches, we'll have the debate between the candidates for the office of executive president. Stay tuned after the debate for reactions and interviews with the candidates.
David Hodges is covering the debates in Studio B. He has more information on SGA and the school's budget. David?
Thanks, Monica. Other than the SGA speeches tonight, some of the other big news is the announcement of Elon's 2012-2013 budget, which included almost a 4% hike in tuition. But along with the tuition increase comes news of more financial aid. The state of North Carolina is cutting several programs that provide financial aid to students planning on attending private colleges and universities. So Elon's announcement to increase financial aid by 9.5% is meant to help keep that number of in-state students steady. Of course, the Elon strategic plan is also heavily considered when constructing the school's budget, so administrators and faculty were sure to make sure that diversity is a top issue. Elon will be placing additional resources towards recruiting students from abroad, as well as states from the West Coast, specifically California. Financial aid and diversity are all important towards the employees, for the formula according to the provost Stephen House, making sure that Elon stays competitive with similar universities and attractive to prospective students.
You've got a great academic experience. The tuition is high. I'd like to say we're relatively less expensive than the institutions we compete with, and we're doing our best to give good, solid financial aid. I'd say we're a great value.
Here's a look at some of the total costs of some comparable universities. Elon's cost is lower, but Dr. House said that the endowment of some of these universities is typically higher than that at Elon, and that the university is also working on making sure that financial aid is more competitive with these universities. Well, SGA also puts together a budget every year, and it's not quite as large as the universities, but they are still responsible for allocating more than $500,000 to various student organizations. With that in mind, here's a list of some of the top funded organizations on campus, and we talked with members of their executive staff to ask what the money goes towards. So, at number 11 is the National Pan-Hellenic Council. We talked with some of their members and said that some of the costs goes towards some of the black fraternities and sororities on campus, which comprise of more than 40 members. Also is Campus Catholic Ministries. They use about all the money that is allocated to them for retreats. They subsidize those retreats for members, activities, meals, and other community events. Also, there is Safe Rides. Almost all of their money is spent in travel, gas, maintenance, while $2,000 is in advertisements. Then you have the Model United Nations, the Black Cultural Society, Resident Student Association, the Honor Board, which is allocated to honor societies, Gospel Choir, Elon Volunteers, Student Government Association, Liberal Arts Forum, and the Student Union Board. That's all we have for the money here at Elon. Now back to you in the studio, Monica.
Thanks, David. And now for some information about the candidates. Only the candidates for executive positions are required to give speeches. Speeches are optional for all other positions. Here are the candidates that you'll hear from tonight. For the class of 2015, Joseph Incorvia, Christopher Giles, and Aaron Von Vreeland, who are all running for president.
From the class of 2014, only one candidate is giving a speech tonight. Greg Zitelli is running for senator. And from the class of 2013, we'll hear from Naima Abdullahi and Molly Shoup, who are both running for president.
We're going to take a quick break. Stick around. You'll hear from the candidates when we come back.